between engineering school in France and university. It's very important to understand both of them. And before this, I used to work for 10 years in a company named Bouygues Offshore. My job was to build offshore platform, port, terminal for oil and gas, etc. But I really wanted to do what I'm doing right now, you see, sharing the experience and the real one, not the one you learn in the book. It's good, it's very important, but also what you can do in the real world. So Builders for Society is a technical university on civil engineering school. You will see. A lot of, we see what is it, as I told you, an engineering school. Builders, it is a young engineering school, young one, 30 years old, but in the top class in the rank regarding civil engineering. And in France, you have like 200 engineering school, and few are only dedicated for civil engineering. A lot of engineering schools say, oh yes, we do civil, but in fact, it's just an option, meaning it's like hundreds of hours. Here it's fully engineering, civil engineering, so it's thousands of hours, different. So we changed also our name to Builders for Society because we wanted to work with nature to better understand how to deal with the environment and to think global. Understand? Not only to do metal structures, geotechnics, etc., but to see how we can integrate the construction in the environment. Alors, okay, so Builders, the hub, the first school is in Caen, so very close to Paris. It's like 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 45 minutes by train. So it's very convenient because you have everything you need from Paris, but sufficiently away to be in very safe place, close to the nicest beach where all the Parisians go on the weekend. And I don't know if you listened to the few weeks ago with the D-Day anniversary. So it is a beach where the D-Day took place. So there is a very huge part of history in Caen. The city will make the anniversary of the 1,000 years next year. So and it was destroyed by the Second World War and rebuilt after by the Americans. So it is very nice. As you can see, it is a mix of old building, old stuff like this, the Mont Saint-Michel, but also some complex new and very well adjacent. So it's a nice place to live. I'm not from Caen, but I live there. It's a very nice place, very easy city to live. So Builders got two hubs, one in Caen district and another one in the south in the big city Lyon. Okay, and we have some different hub in the world, like in Africa. Some is undergoing in Singapore. So we try to develop abroad. Okay. What else on the closest city? I see. So this is, as I told you, this is the campus, so rebuilt by the US after the Second World War. So it's very strict. So nice building, new building in the old area. In the city, it's very small compared to Brazil because the center of the city is 110,000 person. The suburb is 200,000, so it's small, but in fact in France it's big. And the campus is more than 30,000 students, meaning 1/3 in Caen is a student. So it is very well known for student life. So we have also a street named Thirsty Road, Thirsty Street. You see, you understand? No, Thirsty, yes, bar, etc. Beer, so very common there. Okay, so we are a grande école. Now on, I will speak to you about the way it works in France for higher education. If you want to receive the degree of engineer in France, you must be accredited by the minister, and then all the engineering school in France receive this CTI. Okay, CTI means that you can deliver the degree of engineers. After that, you have different kind of engineering school. Some are state, some are public, and some are in the middle. So we are in the middle, meaning that we are a non-benefit association recognized by the state as general interest. So it's a school that cannot make business. We make business, but all the money is for the student. For example, in order to understand that here, I think it's the same in Brazil, but in France, it's that it. To train a student, it costs anything. It costs 14,000 euros per year. If you're at university or any other school. But for my school, for example, my student have to pay 7,000 euro per year. So my school have to find by contract, by project, the rest of the money to pay the training. You understand? Because in France, this is a business now, the high school. So there is some, like in the US or in the UK, so sometimes the price can rise a lot, high price. That's why you have this as interest. After that, some schools which are good belong to les conférences des grandes écoles, which is a label. So our school belong to les conférences des grandes écoles, meaning it's a VIP association. And it's interesting for you also to know, if you look for an engineering school in France, we are accredited and survey from 1 to 6, no, from every 1 or every 6 years. It depends. And once you receive the best mark, you receive this label, a race. Some of you know that? So meaning that your school is recognized each time the highest mark. So it's important. Okay. Oh yes, I come from company, so I had 2 things to tell you before. There's no silly question. It's better to feel uncomfortable 5 minutes than all your life. Okay, so do not hesitate. And if you do not ask, I cannot understand what you know, what you expected. So please ask. This is very important. This is the 2 things I have learned at the first day in company. Do not hesitate to ask and to discuss. So 2 campus, we are like 900 students. You will see that because our school worked pretty well, we are asked to double the school. So we will double the school within 3 years, because all of our students get a job before the end of their training. So they ask us to do that. And we are recognized, that's why we change our name, DDRS, meaning Sustainable Development and Social Responsibility. So only 10 in France are like this. I want to do something else. I will not do it in the correct way. Just to tell you, and I will come back. In France, you have university and you have engineering school. It's since Napoleon's. He wanted to make the war, okay, for expansion, and then he imposed a selection. And this is completely different way of learning and doing. After the baccalaureate, all the students can pass an exam, and with the selection, the best one go to engineering school, you see, and the other one stay at university. So at Caen, for example, we are 1,000. There are another engineering school. So 1,000 over 30,000 students. You see, it's very small, and so it's very different way to learn. And it's different way. At the university, you have bachelor 3 years, then master 2 years. Engineering school, you have 2 years of class, mathematics, physics, etc., then plus 3 years of engineering. Okay. If you are engineer, you are master. If you are master, you are not engineer. So if you are in an engineering school, you can go after for PhD, for research, etc., but not the opposite. Very important also in regards of what you would like to do after. Some engineering school now on can deliver bachelor, meaning that there is an extra year here to deliver the bachelor. Okay, because some student now wants to work before to be an engineer, and it's possible for 10 engineering school in France to have the bachelor degree. Okay. I will come here. Yes, it's okay. Normally, I will come back to the general presentation. So our commitments at Builders is every student is trained in the implementation of sustainable construction. As I told you, it's not civil engineering as it used to be, classical structure, concrete, steel, etc. So now on, we want to work with new material, new way of understanding, new way of approach. So it's in a global approach from the design to the construction, the maintenance, the retrofitting, etc., to the deconstruction, decommissioning of the structure, and to think global and integrated. We try also to integrate as much as we can innovation and research. So that's why an engineer can go and do some research just after. And we try to improve this as much as we can. Another thing is different is we help you in order to understand how you can, this is the way of company, to earn money, to win some bid. You must win bid in order to be able to do some project. So it is very important to find different solutions. It's not the easiest way, the fastest way, which is the better. And sometimes it is another one. So we want you to improve this, to find some different solutions that can help better and fit better the clients and you. The international influence of construction and international performance, you know, this is classical for engineers. Also, another difference between university and engineering school, but and in our case, it is very, very strong point that we are very close to company. And 70% of the lectures are taught by professor from company, like I used to, meaning that you are engineer, PhD, etc. And then you go to company and then you give lecture. For example, we have 1,000 students. 70% of our lectures come from company. I have like 300 professors from company. So see, we try to find the best lectures for any single task in order to give you the best each time. So some big group like this. Up. So as I told you in Builders, you can have a bachelor. The core business, we can say, is construction engineers. We have some, and few have a 1 year's postgraduate training program. So we can deliver 1 year of typical and very recognized topic. So we are not the best one. For example, there is 200 engineering school in France. The best one is Polytechnique. It's like Unicamp, I have learned, or something like this. But it's very, 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 very stressed. A few engineers there. And for us, we are the number one for civil engineering. The best one normally is l'École des Ponts, but we are the best private civil engineering in France. So it's a good. And for some topics, you will see we are recognized as the best one all over in France. So if it's some topic you'd like to perform, it could be interesting for you. So the force here, meaning that some other engineering school, the students come and they say, oh, yes, we want to improve our skill. And then they come and they can do an additional years because the state recognizes us as in this four topic as the one to. So it's eco materials and beam design. Another one is smart port and marine environment management, beam and smart construction, and adapting building to climate change. And you can do a PhD. I don't know if this is relevant. This is also the statistic of the school, as I told you. So it's 100% of students get a job, so 2 months after graduation. But in fact, you see 95 before to get the degree. So it's very, very nice. The average salary is around 40,000 euros. So it's cool. It's really cool. And this is a good mark. It's 4 points, nearly 5, but it is over 5. So we are the second school in France where it is nice and good to study. Over 200. So it's a very nice place to study. Okay. The only problem, but it's look good here, is that only 1/3 are women or 1/3 are less sometimes. I cannot see here. Yes, last year it was 26%. It's not enough. So if you are a woman and you want to come, every company will ask for you because it is very important to balance in France male female, and it's a weak point. But it's a weak point in engineering in France. So we have different lab. I present you one here, and I will take more time for the second one. There is one deal with new materials, new way of construction, and how to integrate more or less thermal energy in the building system. So if you want to do an internship, and this is very important for you if you want to come, but definitely we are waiting for you. You have seen 100% of students get a job, so the company look for you and wait for you if you want to come in Europe. This is the program at school. So you have the 2 years. It is more or less mathematics and physics. In our school, we started to give them some civil engineering practical application in order to make it more funny. Okay, otherwise it can be boring sometime. And then they do 2 years. After, this is the 3rd years, and then you start to work with some very technical stuff like geotechnic structure like you do. And in the 4th year, you have to choose between works, public works, or buildings. So in fact, this is a choice. So you decided to do one or an option. And the 5th year, it is a matricial approach. You have to choose between 6 main topic, but you will cross it with another one. It's from, for example, eco-construction to urbanism. Here you have a bridge, tunnel, etc. And for sure here you have maritime works, for example. And in fact, you will take one like this, and you will find another way to learn. So you can have R&D, you can have construction, you can have design, and you will cross this. For example, I come from maritime works, and then it's different to do coastal engineering if you do design or maritime works, etc. So that's so you can adapt in regards of your expectation. But definitely, you have a core study. You have a core study, and then you can adjust your expectation. Another particularity from engineering school, and in our engineering school, it is very important, is the time and the past in internship. Every year you have an internship. So the 3rd year, from the first one to the last one, and each time it is increasing, time is increasing. And the 3rd one, for example, you will have to work during like 11 weeks in the company onwards. But in France, it is compulsory to pay the students in internship, so it's very good also. The 4th year, you will work in the engineering office during 16 weeks, you see, and they will pay. And the last year, you will do your master thesis during nearly 6 months, and after that, you will work or you do a PhD. This is yes, it was written here. I think I will give you the presentation after. I'll give you to. So we have a lot of company. I don't know if you know European or French. We have 3 companies in France that are in the top 5 in the world for civil engineering. Maybe you know Vinci, FHB, and they're in the top 5. I don't know, but it's a very big company. So the 4th main topic, as I told you, the 4th main topic. So if you like coastal port, smart construction, etc., this is our topic. When you will come, we try to implement. We are not maybe like you with, I cannot remember the word you explained with the students that care for the students who come, but how you say? Padrius, but some maybe you have already exchanged with Alice and his team. We have a team at school that will care for you. So they care for you for housing, health, career, etc. And I think yes, those who will come, but you can add it because we would like you to come. The 2 weeks at the end of August, we are welcoming you with some. We go with you on the bank to create your counter bank. We have a lot of housing, and the thing also to be in engineering school is good because you can have access to university building, that's very big building with small apartment, and engineering school you have nice flat, so close to the school and it's bigger, so it's nice place, close to the beach too. It's not the beach of Fortaleza, it's a beach of the D-Day landing, but it's a nice beach too. Okay, so and it is not here, but we have received the label of Bienvenue en France, meaning welcome in France. It's a label that we welcome while student normally. Another singularity of the school is that we offer, in fact, I will use the other one. We offer 3 other full training programs fully taught in English. So you can choose what I've presented to you, this, but now on, and it's not at all common in France, we have 3 track fully taught in English if you like to. So one's deal with sustainable building and life cycle management. So from the semester 7, you see semester 7 to the master thesis. We have another one deal with marine environment and blue port, and this one will be under construction. So I say we have 3 track. This one is under construction. So in fact, at the moment it's 2, but the third one will open. Okay. So it's different if you want to learn French, but definitely you can take the English one and learn French because you are integrated in the same school with the other students. Okay. The good thing is that, for example, for this kind of structure, we cannot prepare it by ourselves. So how we manage that? We have asked our European partners to say you have the same problem from Portugal, Spain, Italy, Czechia, etc. You have the same problem. You do not have English taught you do not have lessons taught in English. So we are okay to organize and to do administrative stuff. But if you want to participate, send us one professor, and then you will receive 5 seats. So in fact, we have a pool of 20 universities in Europe. They send more or less 2 professors, and they have 10 seats. So we receive a lot of students from all over Europe at school in this. So it's nice because you can discover new cultures. Because Europe, even if it's small, you have very different culture. Even in France, from north to south and east to west, even if it's very small. So imagine in Europe, it's very, very different. Okay. So this is another opportunity if you want to. You can just ask Alice because I know that you have discussed with her, but it will be okay. So we do not have at the moment some student dedicated to care for you. We have like 3% at school, but this is a good idea, and we will open this next September. So it's a very good idea. So just to show you some study plan after that, for example, if you like build environment, yeah, I speak a lot. You're doing civil engineering, but in your case, have you got an idea about what you want to do later? Is it more in building, infrastructure, or another thing? Have you got an idea or not? Don't be shy. Aha, not yet. A little one? Not sure. Wow, je peux poser mes questions en français. Wow, that's perfect. Vous préférez français à l'anglais? Vous comprenez? C'est parfait. Vous parlez mieux français que anglais? C'est une blague. You were aware about that? Sorry, I was. They speak better French than English. Oh, ouais. C'est trop cool. Ah ouais. Allez-y. Donc, ah oui, votre question, c'est, vous voulez juste que je parle en français plutôt qu'en anglais? Tous? Non. Ah ah. Ah ouais, yeah. So I will speak in English. I still feel it's better in English. Okay. No, that's really cool. So you will come to my school next year? Tu vas venir. Non. Ah, c'est cool ça. Very good choice. Ouais.
The building students are Adriano. Adriano he's already graduated on environment engineering, right? And he's now coursing civil engineering. Davila also, Davila. And Rebecca Oria, she's from civil engineering.
Right.
These are the three students of your future students of builders.
Very nice. And the other one? You won't go to France? None of you? Dans une autre école.
Oui.
Ah, that's a bad choice. Sorry for you. Very sorry for you. But let me know which one.
J'étudie génie mécanique. Je vais étudier dans EasyTech.
Où ça?
EasyTech.
EasyTech. Okay. Rouen? INSA? No, tous les deux, EasyTech? Okay, I know very well this school. Okay. So yes, it's wrong. It's a school belonging to your university.
Oui, oui.
Yeah, that's cool. Rouen and Caen are very close in the same region, so it's very, very close. I come from Rouen, but I left because it's raining all day long, all the year. It used to be the city where it's rained the maximum in Europe, more than 200 days per year. You may visit us more often.
Oui.
Alain Sican, ah, c'est bien Alain Sican aussi, ah, c'est bien. Ouais. C'est cool.
I'm also going to study at Nsiko.
Ah, okay. So we will see each other because the two schools are on the same place. Did you see at the pictures? Yes, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So you will be in the good community.
I want to try this year.
Ah, okay, next year. But do the right choice. Do not hesitate. Build it. Yeah. No, too shy. Don't be shy. I can assure you, don't be shy. No, you?
Eu não sei falar, mas alguém traduz aí. Eu tô no terceiro semestre ainda, então tô descobrindo ainda.
That's it. Yeah, okay. But in English, you can try in English. You can try in English. Telecommunication engineer. Yeah, okay. That's cool. But I was discussing with Tarcisio tout à l'heure, and in fact, there is a very nice connection between smart construction because. Okay, yes, you have telecommunication. Ah, you are the son of Tarcisio? No. Ah, student from Tarcisio. Okay, that's cool. Very cool. And you?
I'm doing the third semester of civil engineering and I'm just like them and I'm thinking if I'm going to do an
You are going to do Yes. Okay, so I will help you to think faster and to come in France. Okay. So in France, we need 60,000 engineers per year. 60,000. At the moment, they only train 40,000 engineers. You can imagine the tension on the market. So meaning that if you're an engineer, my student, in fact, they look for the color of their car because if you are good enough, you will receive a job, then a car, then everything, phone, etc. And they try to change the color of the car by the company. Okay, so it's a very good thing if you want to. And Brazil in France, it is very important, thanks to our friend in Brazil, but also it's they really want to improve the collaboration between the two countries. Okay, it's not words because you can see with BRAFITEC project that both minister, both country put some money on the table to help this. So it's not just word, it's reality. I wanted to show you something, but it was the international semester. I will pass maybe. I will see it. Yeah. I don't know if you want to do some maritime or some building, but in my school, I explain you some excellence field. maybe you have heard about Erasmus Plus, but Europe also gives the possibility of Erasmus Mundus. So Mundus is a program that is organized by Europe to look for bright person. So every 6 years, they give 2,000 grant, and they ask the best university in their field to be all together in Europe and to propose a new master. So you have one topic and one university maximum per country, and one topic for Europe. And for port, coastal, shore, etc., or building environment, it is my school that it is chosen for Europe. The good thing is that if you want also to participate, you can apply, but it's not new, it's Europe. So it's very complex. It's like a 1,000 student and 15 to 20 seats. But if you manage, the course are given in our school for a part, and you are functionaries from Europe. So you receive a big grant from Europe. Okay, so this is something we can help you to apply. But it is not you we should. But if you do well, this is something cool because you can also move to another university for one semester, but also come and finalize your diploma at school to be and receive big grant. Okay?
Gil, may I?
Yeah, please.
Do you mind if I speak in Portuguese with them?
No, I
Because
understand everything.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
that's
an
cool.
expert.
No, I'm joking.
Esse detalhe aí, pessoal, que ele falou é algo muito importante, né? Nesse âmbito aí de BRAFITEC. Não sei se todos entenderam, mas assim, quando a gente tem aqueles editais de duplo diploma, por exemplo, qual é o sonho de todos os alunos ali do BRAFITEC? Quando tem a seleção duplo diploma? É pegar o quê? A Bolsa IFEL, né? Que é uma concorrência também gigantesca e tudo. Esse programa do Erasmus Mundus, não o Erasmus Plus, mas o Erasmus Mundus, né? Eles foram a primeira escola de engenharia na França que conseguiu. E o Erasmus Mundus é uma bolsa como a Eiffel. Então eles têm, né, digamos, e aí as mesmas, digamos, aquela mesma questão da dificuldade e tudo, por conta do alto nível, que é do mundo todo, mas digamos, a escola, a Builders tem essa modalidade aí também, né? Então assim, é algo que o pessoal aqui não sabia, inclusive o Bruno, hoje a gente teve uma reunião, eles estão no Erasmus Mundus. Então assim, o Tarcísio também não sabia, a gente veio descobrir agora, e é um grande diferencial para essa parte, por exemplo, de engenharia. É importante destacar que a engenharia civil, né, no âmbito do que a gente conhece aqui, tipicamente no Brasil, por exemplo, então a gente tem aqui no nosso programa mesmo, né, nossos estudantes, a gente tem engenharia civil, engenharia renováveis, engenharia ambiental, então para eles, né, tudo isso daí está no âmbito da engenharia civil. Então a escola deles participa aí do Erasmus Mundus, que é, digamos, tão top quanto a Eiffel. E aí o bacana é que, por exemplo, você acaba tendo uma restrição maior de curso, né? Se você imaginar aqueles cursos ali relativos a civil. Então, assim, é algo que é novo, realmente é novo para a gente, né? E é uma possibilidade muito interessante, né? Para esses cursos aí, principal. Então, assim, isso são coisas que eu acho que vocês poderiam passar adiante, né? Os alunos aí da Civil, da Renováveis, né? A gente sempre tem alunos desse tipo que concorrem para a Eiffel e tem essa outra possibilidade, por exemplo.
Cool. So we'll have all of you that come to Builders. Okay? No, just to show you that Master Mundus. Okay, another thing it could be interesting for you because in engineering school something is different from university and more in my school is that we love learning by doing. As I told you, we are very close to a company and we really love that, meaning that you have classical lectures, but definitely it is not enough because you maybe as young, that was something I felt also when I was a student. You learn a lot of theoretical things and you say how I will manage to do something in the real life. And then we love that, giving you a real project and to follow you in this project to do this. And that is very important to get the confidence. Because an engineer, what is an engineer? He learns a lot of things, and in fact, when he will prepare or perform a project, he will have to reduce the risk to find the best solution that fits the needs and the requirements of the clients or needs. So you have to do that. We invited a game, and a game, it's like a game. I love saying that a game. In fact, it's a project. So every year, since 12 years right now, we organize what we call summer school, workshop, etc., doing 1 month on different topic. We started with 6 students on only one topic 12 years ago. And now on, we stopped the registration because this year we have 120 students from 20 nationalities for 1 month, you see. So it's very nice for us because we are small compared to Brazil, but it's very interesting. And we have now 5 topics. We started with sport engineering and maritime works. After that, we have sustainable building engineering. And because it worked pretty well, Norway, Germany, Belgium asked us to create a new one and they lead it in our school. And it was not my science. You are a civil engineer, it was not mine, but mechanical, civil, telecommunication could be very interesting. They invite in the Nordic country in Europe, offshore renewable and aquaculture. Offshore renewable for anything dealing with energy, very important, blue growth and marine energy. But also they have a very big problem, and in the world it will be something important they said in the future, like in Indonesia, is the food. And then in Norway, Ireland, etc., they breed a lot of salmon, but they think and they felt that we must and we should do it in different place. And then they study a lot on this. And this is a special workshop dealing with how to use civil engineering to make new approach of breeding food, etc., like salmon and others. So it's very, very interesting. Or to do some marine energy device. So during 1 month, we receive students, as I told you. And in fact, I will take one, for example, the one with port or coastal. We will take 40 students, 4 groups of 10 students. They will work as a company. We mix from the different country. So each group is nearly equal in skill in the different group. And we give them a tender, a real tender. We will try to adapt. And they will work during 1 month as a company to bid on this at the end. So it's 4 weeks. You can see 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first week, you have a lot of lectures and few tutorial and few group works, but you have a virtual client. So some persons from company come and play the clients. It's very important because you don't speak to a client like you speak to your professor. You will never say to a client, I don't know, help me. You will never say, oh, I'm not sure. You have to turn but you must not lie. So it's just to learn how to speak to clients, to know what he needs, what he requires, and you will discuss with. And in the game, you have also to care about the money because you can do so. You can provide him the best car, but if he needs a small one because he cannot provide the fuel in, it's not good. You see, so you will discuss with the client like EPCIM. I don't know if you know how to work with it. It's engineering, procurement, construction, installation, and maintenance. So this is a way of working a contract, and you know that with the clients. So you have 4 weeks. You see, 4 weeks. So less and less lectures and more work group because the lecture is dedicated to give you very technical skill, and also to make it funny and to how to learn it, and also for team building is good. Every week you will have a technical and touristic visit, meaning you go on site, you will discuss with the company, and you will learn about the person who built the project. And also it's good because you are all together, 100, you have a good drink, a good beer. It's not a lot, but yeah, that's it. And it's nice to discuss, okay? So we do that, it's a nice place. And at the end, you will defend your project front of academic professor from Europe, around 10 to 20 professor. And once, the day after, you will defend it from a lot of company, at least 100 company that come the last day. And you will defend it in another way. And then after that, you have B2B. If you learn for an internship or for a job, they are here to hire you. So here you see, just to show you some student visits, you see it's very funny. We go on different sites. And this is some results they do for building. This is for offshore renewable aquaculture because we have some wave flume, so it's like a big swimming pool. And in fact, they can play. Students can go in the lab and play to adjust their model. Okay. Just to show you the different company and the university. We have also at school, when you will come, it's not yet done with, I cannot remember the word you told me, with the students that welcome the other student. Padrino. Pare. Pare. Okay, that's good. We remember Pare. Yes, that's cool. Ah, yes. It's in front. It is named Grand Frère. You understand, Grand Frère? Ah, yes, Pare, Grand Frère. Ah, that's cool. Okay. You see, and this we have some association, and any student in engineering school, not at university of engineering, must belong to a consortium of students. So you can choose solidarity, you can choose culture, you can choose party, you can do, but you have to belong to something like this. Okay, that's compulsory for engineering school. So you will see the life is very good. I think the person from Rouen, you will come. You will see in the engineering school in Caen, and see you know it will be like this. You will see the life. It's very, very, very close with the others. So every Thursday they have some party, but you have to work a lot. Huh? To work a lot. But it's a very nice place to live. And finally, but just for those who, because it's my topic, so it's just a presentation of my lab, but it's not very interesting for training. But just to let you know that in our school, we host the National Hydraulic Lab. So it's a big wave flume like this. We have 4 like this. This one is 40 meters in length. And then we carried out some tests for wind turbine, stability of breakwaters. We do a lot of modelization, overtopping, etc., photogrammetry. So you see, even for telecommunication, engineering, data, etc., now on, it is very important to, this is a computer science. This is not a pictures. You see photogrammetry. Now we have video photogrammetry. So you have a lot of science like this. When you do civil engineering, it's not old. You can make it at builders with the new generations. You see, it's different. So this is some things you can do. We do a lot of numerical analysis for dealing with wave, current accent, but this is only, we can say maritime part is 15% of the school. More or less, it is with infrastructure, building, environment, etc. This is because my topic. Okay. I don't know if you're interested in this. This is a new device to recover energy. We love that. I will tell you that. That's something new. In fact, just because it's my topic. When you have a boat, big boat, like a small boat, you to load a lot of the boat, it must not move. So it's named berthing analysis, mooring analysis. I don't know if you know that. In Europe, there is only 2 schools who do that. And the ship is at berth, and it must not move. Otherwise, you have too much load on the structure. And then if you have a movement and load, the load is very big, so more than 100 tons. You see the energy there is? So we have implement a new device to stabilize the ship and to recover and give the energy back to the ship. So we at the beginning we expected that it could stop his machine engine because you know that every ship has to keep the machine engine on to supply the energy for everything inside. But not at the moment. But this is something you say just an addition on the infrastructure, but it's cool. Now we can do that everywhere. So this is just quite new. We have built it in the biggest port in France, and now in Europe we're trying to for this. We are asked for that. So we want you to develop something like this, and you see that mechanical, computer, telecommunication is very, very interesting. So telecommunication here, we had someone to help us because it's 5G connections. Make sure that we know what happened. So there is a lot of things like this with civil, which so civil is a new science. It's not old. You can put a lot of things in. Okay. I think I have many things like this, but I will bore you after that. As we have a lot of we have a lot of things like drone activities. We have a lot of things with drone in order to scan the building, to recover the building, and put it to a computer to see the link, the bridge thermic bridge, thermic acoustic, etc. So it's very funny if you like a new technology in the civil. And this is the new building because, as I told you, we are asked to double the school, so we receive money to build the new building. So we have a new building. Okay. We hope you will be able to come and to help for the construction. Okay. So I would like also to say thank you to Kleber because he helped me a lot, invite me. So thank you so much, Kleber, for everything, and thank you to be here with you. I'm very happy with that, and I hope you will enjoy your stay in France with us. And definitely, you are very welcome. More than this. Okay. Cool. Don't be shy. Ask question.
Questions?
In
Pode
Portuguese.
perguntar em português,
Yeah, in
pessoal, que aí a
Portuguese.
gente...
Kind of outside of the scope of this lecture, but about masters and PhD involving more programming on engineering. Do you have that on the?
We have master, we have PhD. If you want to, you are already graduate.
No, I have a friend who is graduating at the end of the year, and he is searching for this kind of thing.
Yes, he should send me. Yes, that's a ticket. Give it to me. Yeah. Two
Thank you.
popcorn.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but yes, ready for yes. We agree with that.
Mostly focus on data science and
On
data science.
data science. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not very our scape, but for smart cities, smart construction, we have that. But definitely, maybe like NCCon is more on data science, but we works together. For example, we have common training program with NCCon. Everything dealing with smart and construction, it is led by my school. Sorry for that, and NCCom, and we work with them a lot. Very close.
Thank you.
So do not hesitate. You can find something. And thank you for the question.
Anyone?
You said your school took some classes in English.
Yeah.
My question more specific in France, enterprises and other companies, they daily life is in English or in French or other language since it's very.
That it is very different from company. I will tell you truly, when you choose a company for building, few speak English because there's so much building everywhere needed engineering. So in fact, they are lazy and they keep on speaking French. For infrastructures, for anything to do with big structure, they work in English because they work not only in France but abroad. So it's not a problem. And also there is another way. It's if you take small company or big company. Big companies they work abroad also, so they speak English. Okay, and some speak Portuguese more and more. I don't know if they know how. Not Brazilian, but I know there's a difference between Brazilian and Portuguese. But in fact, they speak Portuguese because in France at the moment they like to go on Portuguese, yes, because there's less taxes. So a lot of person. It's not good with climate mitigation, but before COVID, it was like a trend, mood that person with some money buy a house in Portuguese and go on the weekend, you see. And also there is something you may not know, but in France, we have a lot of Portuguese because they were the masonry of France during the 60s. So we have a big community of Portuguese. So we see a lot of persons speaking Portuguese, not Brazilian.
Thank you.
Je vais parler en français même, ok?
Non, surtout
parce
pas.
que je préfère. Vous pouvez parler en plus sur la relation entre l'école Builders et les entreprises locales. Comment ça marche?
Super bonne question. The question is, can you tell me more about the companies and the connection with builders? That's good for me. We are not the best one for everything, but we are the best one in front for this, but not for everything. Not for everything, but for this, yes. We have a lot of companies. So you have 300 lecturers at schools that come from company. They are here to hire you. They are here to, so they come and they will exchange with you a lot of. You have to spend more than, it's between 12 to 18 months in company. It depends of the longest time you will stay at school. So you have a lot of connection. And and they come all the time at school. There we have like 5 forums to exchange with company. So they come at school and you can exchange with them. We brought you also in Paris to meet them with some very big area, and you can have B2B exchange to find a company. And why this question? Because you want a job, an internship, or what do you want with companies?
Vous pouvez...
Parlez en français.
en français.
Pourquoi vous voulez cette question?
Ah, c'est parce que je suis très intéressée en travailler là-bas. En retourner et travailler là-bas.
Super. Et vous savez quel domaine d'activité ou pas?
Je vais découvrir, mais j'aime beaucoup les énergies renouvelables. Je veux faire une chose complémentaire au génie civil. Je veux faire là-bas les parcours de bâtiments durables et intelligents. Alors, je veux vraiment acheter les deux choses.
We love this, but I think all of you have this mind, but that's very nice. As a professor, we are very, very interesting in some person who wants to learn more in a complementary skill. That's very important to go outside of their comfortable area. It's very important, and company love that. If you say that to companies, they will say, "Oh, please." Okay, but that's really
merci.
cool. No, that's nice, nice. For NC, I can speak. So NC, it's like us. We can say a mid school, but more with university. So you have less person from company. It's like 10 to 15%, and the others come from university. Polytech 1, it's engineering school fully university. So you will have a professor from university. Okay, so it's different. But that's cool. All of you is in the same Normandy. So if Normandy, I can tell you, it's a very nice place. It is very nice. But it's easy to prove that all the Parisians, it's 10 millions, so it's the biggest area. They always think that we are Parisian, we are, and they come every weekend in the Normandy because it's a very nice place to live. The weather is cool. Sometimes it can be cold, not cool, but yeah, safety reason. And Caen is the safest city in France, so it's very, very nice city. You can walk without any problem. It's very, very cool, which is not the case everywhere. For example, in Rouen, I come from Rouen, I can speak about Rouen. You have some suburb that you must not walk by your own, okay? But it's not, the city is safe, but you have some suburbs who are not very cool. In Caen, very nice. You can walk, cycle, do some water from the city to the beach. It's like 10 kilometers and you have a lot of street to go there. But it's not like here. I was very surprised because there is few, because we are less, there's few population. So you have a lot of green and it's easy. Okay. You have a question? Yes. No.
So I'd like to do some considerations about the two questions. For example, but just to understand the master that you asked and about the companies, and another point that you had mentioned on the presentation, for example, about the engineering school, about the academic class. Okay, it's important. Com relação ao mestrado, por exemplo, na apresentação dele, ele colocou. Então, assim, a escola deles tem uma das poucas escolas que você tem a opção de escolher o mestrado, por exemplo, todo em inglês ou todo em francês. Então, isso daí eu vejo como um diferencial muito interessante, né? Vou falar o que eu sempre falo, né, para vocês, já falei até hoje, a escola é de engenharia civil, mas, pessoal, o conceito de engenharia civil, né, então, por exemplo, aqui no Brasil, a gente tem a trajetória toda dividida, né? Então, a gente tem engenharia civil, engenharia ambiental, energias renováveis e coisa e tal. Então, quando vocês olhem engenharia civil, a gente não está falando só daquela civil que normalmente a gente conhece aqui no Brasil. Então, você tem um amplo espectro, né? Então, com relação à questão do mestrado, né, eles têm a trajetória, né, digamos, de você seguir toda em inglês ou toda em francês. Isso eu vejo como uma coisa fantástica, né? Outro ponto que foi, por exemplo, a questão das empresas, né? Para isso daí eu vou voltar, né, o que ele tinha comentado lá no início, eu não sei se todos pegaram, foi muito rapidamente, mas foi algo mais ou menos assim. A nossa escola, ela é mais focada na prática, porque às vezes as aulas acadêmicas são meio sacais, coisa e tal. Então, assim, o sonho de todo aluno universitário aqui no Brasil é você, eu queria ser menos teórico e ver mais prática, não sei o quê. Então, assim, eles têm essa pegada, né? Outro ponto muito importante que vai de encontro a isso que eu acabei de falar. Você está falando naturalmente de interdisciplinaridade. Então, por exemplo, hoje mesmo, né, a gente acabou descobrindo, a gente não sabia, a gente já trabalha com eles há 6 anos, né? É o segundo BRAFITEC que eles estão com a gente. E existe uma área de interesse, por exemplo, o Guillaume ele trabalha com a parte de sensores. Então, foi discutido hoje algo que a gente nunca cogitou, que era, por exemplo, trabalhar com o pessoal de telecom, né? Especificamente, né, o professor Tarcísio, o professor André, que são dessa área, efetivamente, têm suas expertises que ninguém questiona. E, assim, abriu-se um caminho muito interessante, né? Embora sendo telecom, você tem que pensar o seguinte, está integrado. Então, digamos, a questão aí das empresas, digamos, essa questão de você ter todas essas experiências aí, seja no próprio ano acadêmico, né, nas disciplinas ali, mas você tem muito essa pegada com empresas, né? Então, assim, essa eu vejo como uma oportunidade, né, que a gente sempre sonha, né, quando estudante e tudo, de ter essa visão mais presente das empresas e tudo. O workshop é um programa fantástico, né, que eles têm, que basicamente, por enquanto, é de 1 mês, mas a ideia é to extend for 1 academic semester. E aí você faz um grupo de alunos, né, da Europa, do mundo todo praticamente, todo bancado por empresas, né, e a gente não está falando de 1, 2, 3. Se você olha nos flyers dos workshops, que é contínuo, não é aquela coisa que é 1 a cada 5 anos, não, é contínuo, são mais de 20 empresas. E aí você pega um projeto, um problema real e trabalha com isso daí. Vocês já ouviram falar do PBL, né, o Problem Based Learning, né, aprendizado baseado em problemas? É verdadeiramente PBL. E aí não pense que vai ser PBL para aquelas coisas que estão lá em livro. Então, assim, a gente não está falando, são de equipes multidisciplinares, porque tem que ser, aí entra tudo, entra o pessoal do design, da telecom, né, da civil, da ambiental, até porque se vocês pegarem as temáticas, né, nos sites, vocês podem ver isso, né, são coisas bem específicas, então eles tiveram já problemas específicos, eu acho, com Argélia, alguma coisa com Marrocos. Então, assim, essas características são muito interessantes. A escola deles, né, tem algumas questões, como eu disse. Primeira delas, essa questão, por exemplo, do Master, você perguntou do PhD, né? Então, eles têm um programa de PhD depois, né? Se você visse na apresentação, ele deu lá, né? O BAC mais 6, BAC mais... Então, ali você tem o do PhD também. Então, eles têm o Master, né? Todo em inglês, todo em francês, isso é um diferencial, né? Tem a questão do Erasmus Mundus, tem a questão, eles são top 5 de engenharia civil na França, né? O workshop, que é uma experiência fantástica, e estão procurando novos alunos. A gente teve aluno da engenharia civil, que foi em 2022, Lucas, Lucas, do you remember the name of the guy that, Lucas alguma coisa, a coordenadora sabe, a Celi, foi até ela que me viu, a gente viu ontem. Então, assim, é uma chance boa, né, principalmente para o pessoal dessa área da civil, da ambiental, de renováveis. Então, passem isso daí para frente. Os outros BRAFITEC que a gente tem. são mais restritos, né? Então, por exemplo, o BRAFITEC do Estevão é possível, mas acaba sendo mais restrito. E esse nicho, que eu diria que vai renováveis, civil, ambiental, produção e mecânica também, é uma possibilidade. Então, se você vai seguir academicamente falando, ou em termos de emprego, né, em companhias e tudo, é algo que deveria ser conversado. E os alunos aí de telecom, né, que trabalham ali no GTEL, né, ficar de olho, né? O Tarcísio é um cara que ele tem uma competência, né, muito grande, o Tarcísio e o André, e isso daí foi cogitado de maneira séria. Então a gente vai tentar eles, né? Vamos falar a gente, mas eles vão tentar ver se encaixam aí em cima de uns diversos dos projetos aí que o André está coordenando, que o Tarcísio participa junto com o Yuri também, né? Aquele grupo ali, eu diria. Então é ficar atento a isso. Vocês não vão para uma escola de telecom, mas vocês vão trabalhar com problemas reais de telecom. E isso é bacana. Tipo aquilo que vocês estão fazendo, né? Que hoje o menino mostrou ali. Ok? Mais alguma? Diz. O quê? Eles têm? Sim, é aquele. É aquele. É aquele. É aquele. Então ele existe no mês, mas a ideia é estender para um semestre acadêmico. Né? Eu participei de uma iniciativa dessa daí, né? Que era do Erasmus também, só que era com os institutos federais. E assim, funciona do mesmo jeito. Você tem aulas de tutorias, onde as aulas são baseadas naquilo que os alunos precisam para o desenvolvimento real daquele projeto. No final, você tinha uma speech de 3 minutos, onde você apresentava a solução para os problemas. No caso, os problemas da gente foram trazidos pelo governo do Maranhão. Nesse daí, são pelas empresas, né? Então, assim, são uma oportunidade muito boa. Eu acho realmente bem interessante. Alguma dúvida aí? Okay. No more questions. So, thank you, Guillaume. Thank you for the nice presentation. I think that we can continue to discuss, you can continue to discuss with Tarcísio and André, these students, at least the 3, 4 also? You, with André, Tarcísio, no? But at least the 3, André. And they have the potentiality to deal with this kind of what you want for the sensors.
And can we speak about the double degree? Yeah, yes. Because to show our interest, I'm personally happy to be with you. That's definitely cool. But the second thing is for you, we really, and the company really wants you in France and in Europe. So it's not a joke. And then, in accordance with, thanks to you, Kléber, and your university, we're trying to make also a double diploma. So when you will come, do not hesitate to register it from the beginning, because it's very good for you. And when you will discuss with company, you can put this in the balance, because then you will hire more. Could be great to work between two countries. Okay. That's good.
You know that some of our students here of DET, Telecom, and Computer Engineer that had participated in the double degree, another accord, they had finished their studies, come back to Brazil, and at least 3 that I know are now working on France. So in the case of you 3, Ansican, builders, that INSA, anyway, and so Ansican and builders, it's a good opportunity to try to do your best. He had mentioned that good grades, and we will do all the support that we everything that it's possible for us. And CAP is also, it's interest for everyone. And but you have to study and try to do your best to take these opportunities. It's really a choice for yours, especially on the engineering market. And you'll be in a country, presented in a market, in engineering market, that there are all the specialties. So it's not necessary to be a hard engineer civil or a hard mechanical engineer. If you keep your open mind, you can take the opportunities when they got. For example, on SICAN and builders, for what I know, for example, they really do a kind of engineer for development. They are less academic. And this is what most of you want to do. For example, why are you in GTEL? Because you want to see, you heard about Ericsson, LG, whatever. So these schools work more with the development. So it's a very nice opportunity. Okay.
So, welcome, in Normandy. And it will be the 1000th anniversary of the city of Caen next year. Very big party. Very big. You will not sleep during days and days. Rio off. Carna- you will help us to make the car. Oh yes, I've forgotten something very important. Do you know where is the biggest carnival in Europe? There is some carnival in Europe, but compared to Brazil, but there is one, the biggest in Europe for students. And do you know where it is? Yes, it's the biggest carnival in Europe. So you have students from all over Europe that come during 3 days for the carnival. Ah,
It's important to me to know.
I think it's in the for us it's springtime. So something like May, April. But compared to you, it's small, but it's like 25,000 or 30,000 students to make a big party. So for us, it's really big because party is like 5,000, no more.
You know that the BRAFITEC has already generated marriage?
No. Ah. Next year, and then you will help the other students to make big chars. Comment on dit les chars? Les chars. Gâteaux? Yeah? Yeah, the Builders is the #1 school for this. So thanks to you. Non, c'est le char. Il y a des chars. Non. You see, like carnival, you have like something that's right. Ah, so you have to build yours. Yeah, they will build. No, yes, you should exchange with a former student and they will tell you. Okay, there is a 3 from here that is now at school. So they did it. Okay, that's very important.
No, it is. Example, during my PhD, for example, the best ideas that I did, for example, with partnership with New, it was in the cantina. We go to the conversation in a small restaurant, and from there, it arrives new ideas. And we don't know. Vocês não sabem, pessoal. Às vezes, uma besteira dessa, né, um local desse aí, às vezes você conhece um cara que está na universidade de Lyon, de onde quer que seja, Bordeaux, e aí numa conversa daqui, eu sou da elétrica também, tudo, e aí você entra ali em contato, vai visitar o cara, não sei o que, encontra uma área que te interessa e depois você volta e vai trabalhar lá. Então, assim, eu realmente acredito, porque eu já vivenciei isso, nessas experiências, né, das aparentes mais bobas, né, mas que realmente são formas. Isso eu vejo até como é cultural, mas é uma experiência que não deve ser desperdiçada, né? Qualquer festa que você vá, qualquer viagem que você faça, vocês aproveitem ao máximo, até do ponto de vista de trabalho. São conexões que são feitas, né, com pessoas novas que vocês conhecem e que daqui a 1, 2 anos podem abrir conexões. Vou dizer só para vocês estavam na palestra com várias marcas. Foi nada? Isso, e na tela. A marca que estava com doutorado, ele foi para o congresso e aí ele encontrou então, assim, por uma festa dessa, né, um carnaval, o que quer que seja, você pode, essas oportunidades podem surgir. Então, é tempo de alegria, realmente, comemoração, mas tendo a oportunidade, com certeza são conexões que são feitas, né? I was talking to them that although these are parties, but I know some friends that has, for example, he's a very good, a very well-known professor here in Natel, it's a telecommunications institute, that his trajectory, for example, when he was at PAG in a conference, and he was in a tour city, something like this, at Hawaii, and without the other guy, it was for a long time the director of Natel. PhD has finished, he was working at Unicamp, and a few years ago it has arisen the invitation to be a member of Natel. The director remember of the guy, oh, this is the guy of the conference, and now, oh, come to discuss. So in of these parties, the carnival, whatever, try to do our best to even establish a new connection.
I have a question for you. Do you know Normandy? What does that mean?
Então, vocês sabem o que é que Normandia significa?
Yes, it means North Mainland, because the Viking lived there during 1,000 years, even in the war and cold. And then you will see a lot of Nordic culture. We have fair movies, festival, a lot of things dealing with Viking. We have also a small village of Viking, etc. Different from Canada.
So, obrigado pessoal aí pela presença, obrigado Guillaume, e esperamos aí que tenha ajudado aí os alunos que vão, né, vão especificamente para Builders, os outros que não vão para Builders, mas que de alguma forma, né, a conversa aqui tenha servido para abrir só um pouquinho a cabeça de vocês com relação e os estudos, a engenharia ela é muito dinâmica, então você não pode ter realmente uma coisa muito fechada, tem que estar com a cabeça aberta, né? Para os outros aí que não vão, né? Que conhecer um pouquinho aí dessa, mesmo que seja só da escola da Builders, né? Digamos, mas participar de alguma forma e poder escutar isso, né? Vai ficar gravado aí no canal do YouTube. E quem sabe a gente possam ser futuros alunos aí de BRAFITEC, não importa qual realmente, né? O importante é que vocês aproveitem ao máximo, beleza? Então, Theo,